Hey, what's going on, guys? I see Trades here, and today we're going to be doing a technical analysis breakdown on ticker symbol BBAI, Big Bear AI Holdings. Right away, guys, you see price is breaking this long-term ascending support that it has, slightly getting under that. And the question is this a bear trap that we're seeing, and will price curl back up? Are we headed to the downside? Now, before I get into it on the daily chart, I'm going to take you guys over to the weekly to get a broader perspective. All right, taking you guys over to the weekly chart, we can see very obviously that BBAI is one of those stocks that like to blow up seemingly out of nowhere, have these drastic spikes, these parabolic runs. Price doesn't do too much, and then boom, out of nowhere to that $16 level, as we see here. And then you see a sharp correction, not doing too much, price slightly on a downtrend, then boom, out of nowhere, spike up. Same here, long consolidation range, spike. More recent times, you see price kind of rally up a little bit, get tight, energy is building, volume is building as well, then boom, and then a sharp correction. And then right where we're at now is another energy building phase, slightly getting under that ascending support. You see this had that ascending support before breaking out. Over here, we have energy building, price building up, just like we saw right there. Volume creeping in, guys, but then we see price get slightly under that ascending support. A lot more risk to reward for the buyers. As a short seller, you want to get in at the top. See that huge correction. It's a lot more room for the buyers and the sellers at this point, guys. Energy is building, and you can't help but be bullish on this overall. Did break that ascending support, but BBAI is prone to these very big spikes, very big price jumps, and volume is on our side here, right? Volume has always been the question when BBAI has had these spikes. Price had this nice spike all the way from $1.50 up to that almost $5 level, right? And you see volume follow that. Volume's dead, dried all the way up, then boom, some volume on that move up. And we see stock overall get a lot more attention recently with this increase in volume and this energy building phase before popping out. So keep an eye on that. We have a lot more room to the upside than we do the downside after that steep correction. Now, guys, on the daily time frame, the main thing that sticks out to me is this ascending support in more recent times. You see price follow this ascending support, kind of stair stepping up, right? Buyers get a big move. We have a smaller correction. Buyers catch on that ascending support, push stock up, get tight in this range, back on that support level. Nice green bar hitting that 450 important level. Stock gets tight, and then we see this green bar indicating that buyers might be back in control, trying to reclaim that level, get over that overall resistance, and keep stock above that ascending support. Then we see a huge correction with a big red bar. After stock being bullish, we see it progressively flip over to the bearish side. After that hard rejection, we see following 1, 2, 3, 4 red candles after that big one. We are trending slightly below that 380 level, which was a major level for the stock, bouncing off that resistance, boom, boom, getting above it, getting slightly below it, consolidating, then breaking hard above it. Ultimately, if we trend below this, you got to be short-term bearish. See how these other support levels hold up around that 350 range, this consolidation range, and these other further support levels. It makes sense to be short-term bearish on the stock. But like I said, guys, there's a lot more room for the buyers, and we could see a correction soon. Although bearish on these last few candles, they are holding their ground quite nicely, not getting pushed down hard after getting out of that key ascending support. So that is something to keep in mind. It could be a bear trap, and you kind of trapping the bears, and the bulls come back into play, pushing the stock price back up. We're holding up somewhat nicely, trending just below that key resistance level, but we are still kind of battling for that level. And if you see price flip back up, this could be a one-on-one bear trap. And keep in mind, guys, volume is still in play here. Volume is still pumping, which can signal some bullish divergence, signaling that buyers might not want to be out of this fight just yet. We get under that key level, but price is holding somewhat nicely up here around that 380 level. Furthermore, that 370 level, flushing this key ascending support, making bears think that this is a good time to short. You could see a quick reversal back up. Now, on the hourly, guys, it gives a little bit of a better perspective of that ascending support and how we broke that. So you see getting down to that ascending support around that $2.36 level, bouncing off nicely, getting kind of overextended here. Smaller correction, bounce off again, and we see another rally up. The buyers are in control. See that peak around that 430 level, reject there, consolidate, get back in this consolidation level, and this overall level where price bounced twice, consolidate for a bit, get above that, get slightly below that, get back above, get below, hit that ascending support once again. Many touch points on this ascending support on the hourly chart. Then we see a very nice strong bullish candle on the hourly, hitting that $4.60 level and kind of coming back down, still on this ascending support, creating a higher low, kind of playing around, and we finally flushed that ascending support. Try to reclaim it. Buyers try to step right back in. Boom, try to reclaim it. Can't hit that level of 460 again. Get slightly lower. And we come back down, consolidate lower, guys. But we are still holding above that $3.69 support. And it looks to me like an hourly consolidation range where buyers are still in the game. If we flush the support, got to be bearish on the short term. You could see a little bit of a pullback if price can't hold this overall range, at least back down to this consolidation range around that $3.40 limit, guys. Around there, you can see a big correction down there. Try to bounce off that before getting lower. Definitely pretty neutral on the hourly chart here with BBAI. Think if we are trying to build a base and work our way higher over the next couple of trading days, we will see if this support holds and if price can break out of this range as we get tighter and work our way to the upside. Right now, I'm neutral on the hourly. I think there is a chance that buyers step in here, especially if volume continues to flush in. If not, guys, watch that 3.40 level for the retest if bears get back in control and flush that overall 369 level. So guys, BBAI is in a pivotal spot, trying to build energy and break out like we saw in the past here of the structure all the way to 1036. Watch those key support zones and watch for buyers to try to push the stock higher. If you're on the bear side, watch for that break and a retest of that 340-ish range support. We have a lot more room to run than we do room to the downside. So that in mind, guys, be patient with this one. BBI is definitely one of those stocks that is very, very volatile, prone to these huge spikes up, huge spikes down. So guys, if you enjoyed and found value from this video, consider liking and subscribing as I'll continue to cover BBAI as well as other major tickers on the channel. Trade smart, and I'll see you guys in the next one.